Hello, Mrs. Ann. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Doing pretty good. My name's Brandon Vinsky. I heard there were a few issues that you had with coming so frequently to the office.
Yeah, so my schedule's changed a little bit, and I'm just not going to be able to come in as much. So I was seeing if there was maybe something that we could do to limit the visits.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely understand that. I mean, we don't want to eat up all your day and keep you coming back here if you don't have to. But one of the things with Warfarin, because that's the whole reason you're having to come over. Now, a normal person who isn't at risk of bleeding or anything like, or at risk of stroke or anything like that, their normal INR is 1. That's what INR is kind of the symbol of how fast someone's blood clots. Now, if it's 2 to 3, that's your goal. It'll clot a little slower. So if you have if you have a little cut, that means it might take 2 to 3 times longer for it to clot up. So that's normal. But one other thing with warfarin, that's the level we have to keep track of. We have to keep constantly keeping it in hand. That way we can make sure your blood's not too thin or it's not too thick and you're at risk of having an event.
Because like a blood clot.
Yeah,
okay.
we don't want anything like that to happen, and that's the whole reason you're on that.
Gotcha.
Now, one thing about warfarin though is if we start getting normalized levels, like you come back and we have 2 values that are the same or at least very similar, then we could push it back a little bit, and you don't have to keep coming as frequently as you have been. So if we constantly keep getting similar results, then it's going to be more like every 3 months you'll come see us. Which that sounds a whole lot better, doesn't it?
Yeah, much better.
Now, there's a couple things that you might be able to help us out with.
Okay.
How do you normally take your warfarin?
Orally.
Do you take it every day?
I mean, I take as described on the bottle.
Okay.
So I'm pretty consistent in, the application.
Okay, so you never miss a dose?
I don't miss doses.
Okay, yeah, because it's normally once daily, and that's good. I just want to make sure, because that's the one thing we definitely want you to be adhering on. And if you do miss a dose, don't double up. Just forget that, and we'll worry about that later. Just don't double up, because that can cause issues.
Because, I mean, I'm human, and I might forget, if I go out of town or something, or if I'm traveling, I might forget one day. But other than that, I'm pretty consistent.
Well, that's good. That's one thing you can do. And then another thing that a lot of people don't know is, well, do you take any supplements or vitamins or anything like that?
I take, like, my daily vitamins, and then maybe a little pre-workout.
Okay.
Some creatine when I go to the gym.
Okay. Well, the main thing with that is because vitamin K, that's the whole way warfarin works. So vitamin K, you want to keep it consistent how much you're getting in your system each day. So, and one of the big factors, or one of the biggest sources of it, is leafy greens like spinach, kale, stuff like that. Okay. So you want to keep that. It's okay to eat it. You just have to eat the same amount every day.
Okay, so I like salads for lunch.
Mm-hmm.
So I would just want to make sure that I'm eating the same portion size of salad every day for lunch?
Every single day. Because if you have too much or too little, that can throw off your INR, and then you'll have to come and see me more and more often.
Got it. So that's where I come in, where if I help monitor with that, then it would give us a more consistent reading.
Yeah, and then we'd both be happy. You wouldn't have to come in as much, and I wouldn't have to worry as much about your levels changing.
Okay, so we're looking to find a solid average, and then we can start working down from there.
Yes, because we want you to be between 2 and 3 for your INR.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you said an average person's like 1?
Yeah, it's normally 1, but we want your blood to be a little thinner. That way you don't no increased risk of stroke or anything like that because of some of your risk factors.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, yeah. Well, that's definitely something I can start making sure I'm regulating. My meals and especially my greens.
Yeah.
Because I try to get those in.
Oh yeah,
Nobody likes to.
definitely. Right. Nobody does, but they got to be there.
Of course. Of course.
But yeah, that's one way. Like if we get consistent readings, you'll be good, and we won't have to worry about it as much. Um, Now, one other thing, I know you're pretty adherent on your medication,
Mhm.
but one thing I do recommend, because you want to take it at the same time each day as well. So,
Not
if
so
you,
good about.
okay,
Yeah. Not so good
so
about.
that's one thing I wanted to kind of throw in there, because a lot of people, oh, I took it today, so I'm good. Well, if you take it in the morning, and then well, if you take it at night, and then you take it the next morning, it hasn't had a full 24 hours, so it's going to be bouncing around a little bit.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. See, and I never really thought about it like that.
Yeah,
So.
because on the bottle it just says once daily.
Mm.
That's something a lot of patients don't think about. But that's why I'm here. That's why we're talking.
Yeah, well, no, I'm glad for you telling me because I didn't think about it. I made sure I took that one pill a day, and
Yeah.
I thought I was doing good. But like with the dieting, I will try to take it routinely more often. Like, I mean, what's the best time to take it?
You can take it whenever's good for your schedule, but you want to make sure it's something that you can take at that time every day, every single day.
Okay, so I know I'm done with the gym, out of work, and I'm home by 7. So that would be a good time that I should take it. And
Yes, and I would even recommend setting a daily alarm on your phone, something like that, just to give you a little reminder, hey, it's time to take it. Because
okay.
that's one thing that improves medication adherence.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'll definitely. I'm gonna write that down and probably do that. Until I get in the habit of it, because it's definitely not a habit of mine.
Yeah.
So I just kind of have my little pill box, and I take the ones I need to in a day. So
No, I completely understand that. But yeah, if you could do those things, we won't have to see each other as much. As much as I like talking with you, I know you're busy,
oh yeah,
so I don't want to waste your time.
and likewise, if we can regulate it and save face, so to say,
Mhm.
that'd be great. Even though I do appreciate you and helping me with this. I just, trying to make it more. We'll see if there is a way to make it more efficient. So thanks for pointing me in that direction.
You're very welcome, and I hope this will help us accomplish that goal, and I'll be able to see you every 12 weeks.
Well, sounds good. Well, thank you very much. You painted a good picture for me. Got a couple action items, so to say, and so I'll work with that, and I will keep in touch.
All right, that sounds great. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
You have a great day.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you.